5 signs you're operating out of your masculine energy. You are not in touch with your emotions at all, and you always go into problem solution mode automatically whenever something happens in life. You might have been even called the term control freak. You keep attracting men that are more in their feminine energy. Babe, it's your responsibility. You're constantly working on something, whether it's your business, whether it's your career, or your fitness, your personal development. You do not allow yourself to rest. Now, if you're a woman watching this video thinking, oh my God, I cannot believe I am only operating out of my masculine, hold on a moment. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Almira Ali, and I'm an accredited life and business coach that doesn't know how to speak English properly but knows what she's talking about. Now, in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 signs you're operating out of your masculine energy. Before we go into it though, what I want to tell you is that every single person, doesn't matter your gender, we've got both energies within us, feminine and masculine, and both are necessary in order for us to operate as a healthy human being and attract all the success and happiness we want in our lives. It's not about killing that masculine, killing the feminine. It's not about getting rid of something. It's about finding alignment that's right for you in whatever stage of your life and your journey you're at right now. Before we get started, I do want to mention that feminine energy is something that's work in progress for me still, but it's something I'm extremely passionate about and I talk about on Instagram all the time. Also, if you're not following my Instagram yet, what are you doing? Drop me a follow now, please. And I wanted to bring that out onto this platform to give you a better understanding without having to explain everything in a 15-second video. So let's get right into it. Number 1, you experience productivity guilt, meaning you're constantly working on something, whether it's your business, whether it's your career, or your fitness, your personal development. You do not allow yourself to rest. Even when you have no energy, you feel restless in your mind. And when you are resting, you feel this tremendous amount of guilt. It's like you're useless, or you're not worthy, or that you should be punished, or you have to earn this right of being. We are human being, not human doing. See, the masculine is all about the doing, the achievement, the structure, the discipline. And the feminine is more about the being. So when you're constantly doing, when you can't get out of that mode, it is one of the biggest signs that you're in your masculine. And why is it important? Do I even have to go there? Number 1 reason, burnout. When you're always in the mode of working, burnout is bound to happen, and we do not want that. We want to create a life of alignment, not then nothing. We want to go take steady steps, moving surely but steadily. And secondly, you're not allowing yourself to experience the beauty of life. You cannot be present with whatever you're doing, whether it's hanging out with your friends or watching TV or just chilling on the couch. Isn't that sad? That a huge chunk of your life that's supposed to be enjoyable, you're spending to constantly beat yourself up. Number 2, you cannot let go of control. Or maybe you might have been even called the term control freak. If I was honest with you for a second, I used to be called a control freak by everybody around me, and for some reason, I thought it was something to be proud of. I used to think, I was born to be a leader. I want to control every single circumstances, make sure everybody follows my lead. No. I am a leader, but my control was coming from trauma. I did not trust myself or the universe or circumstances to turn out in a great way. And I didn't trust myself enough to handle whatever the outcome that comes with letting go of control. See, leading is great, control is great, but letting go of control and letting other people lead is also amazing, whether in life or in business. Because when you're always operating out of control, you're also operating out of ego, that you know better than everybody else. And the truth is, my friends, you don't. You might be great at certain things. I think I'm pretty awesome at a lot of things, but there are definitely a lot of things in my life that I could be progressing faster if I let somebody else take the lead and guide me on this journey. When you cannot let go of control, when you can't trust somebody else to do the things you need them to do, you're stuck where you are right now. See, the masculine is all about the leading, the control, and the feminine is more about the following and the flow. And it's so important for you to be able to do both. Learn to do both. Number 3, you are not in touch with your emotions at all, and you always go into problem solution mode automatically whenever something happens in life. For example, let's say your laptop stopped working and you're sad. You don't allow yourself to sit in that sadness or anger for more than 2 minutes because you're like, okay, what's the solution? What is the closest store I can go to get my laptop fixed? Don't get me wrong, solutions is fucking amazing, right? We want to be able to move from sitting in that pain and suffer and waste time to looking for a solution. Being solution oriented is very important. But the emotions that you're not allowing yourself to experience will pile up. They don't just go away. If you're not in touch with your emotions, if you don't allow yourself to feel these emotions and you lock them in a storage room, one day the storage room is gonna come knocking. Hello, I'm still here. Do you wanna deal with me? And the worst part is sometimes they might come knocking at the worst timing when you're already going through a lot more in your life or when things are going really smoothly, right? So we don't want to pile them up until the point where like, oh my God, I don't know what to do with this. We want to be able to tune into our emotions, feel, flow, deal with them now before we move in to the solution mode. See, the masculine energy is all about logic, the thinking, the doing. The feminine energy is about the feeling. So if you are the type of person that are not in touch with their feelings at all, doesn't allow themselves to feel or feel shame about their feelings, I'm sorry my friends, you're operating out of your masculine energy. Number 4, this is something I've struggled with a lot. You don't feel comfortable receiving. See, the masculine energy is about giving, providing, protecting. The feminine energy is more about the mothering archetype, the nurturing, the loving, and also the receiving. I used to be the type of person that would not feel comfortable even letting guys pay for dates because I'm like, I don't feel comfortable receiving. It also comes down to worthiness, right? And this receiving element is so crucial in life and business both. For example, let's say you're in business like myself, you're doing all the work, you're in alignment in terms of your mindset and strategy, but you don't allow yourself to receive, meaning you might end up sabotaging yourself or your success when a lot of people want to give you or invest in your service or your product. Or you might feel guilty for asking people for lots of money or the amount of money your service or product is worth because you don't feel comfortable taking or receiving. And in personal life, it's even more crucial. Let's forget about relationship for a moment. I'm going to come back to that. But even in general human interaction, I think it's so beautiful to be able to give and take both at the same time. Be able to offer and provide for your friends, but also being able to receive from them, flowing. It's so beautiful. But when you can't receive, first of all, you might meet people that will take advantage of you. And secondly, you might build up resentment towards them when you're the one, in fact, that's not allowing anybody to give or provide for you. That's that. Number 5, you keep attracting men that are more in their feminine energy. See, I work with entrepreneurs. All of my clients are ambitious boss babes. But one thing I do notice within myself and everybody around me is that although we love to be the go-getter, the action taker in our business, in our career, when it comes to our personal life, we do not want to operate out of that again. We do want to be taken care of. We want to be asked out on dates. We want to be picked up by someone with a car or scooter because I live in Bali. We want to not have to organize everything. We want to not have to drive the whole relationship or challenge the other person to grow. We don't want to be the leader in a relationship. But the thing is, there is polarity, right? When you're in your feminine, you attract people that are more in their masculine. When you're in your masculine, you attract people that are more in their feminine. I see so many people complain about attracting feminine men when in fact they're operating out of their masculine energy 24/7. Babe, it's your responsibility, right? You have to make space. You have to embody the feminine. You have to make space for the masculine to come into your life. Now, if you're a woman watching this video thinking, oh my God, I cannot believe I am only operating out of my masculine, hold on a moment. I want you to stop blaming yourself or shaming yourself. The reason is that we live in a world that rewards and promotes the masculine traits, achieving, doing, goals, structure. And given a lot of our family backgrounds, which I don't want to get into, we are almost conditioned into operating out of our masculine. So it's not your fault that you're operating out of your masculine all the time, but once you are aware, it is your responsibility to take a step back and reflect and be like, okay, now that I have the awareness, let's do the healing work and the embodiment work so that I can have that life of balance and alignment in my business and in my personal life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop me a comment here, because if there is demand, I will make another video on how to heal the masculine shield before you can start the embodiment process with your feminine energy. Thank you so much once again for watching. Please feel free to share this video with friends, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or DM me on Instagram with all of your feedbacks. I would love to hear from you. Until next time.